What if I told you that the book of Revelation contains a hidden message that 99% of Christians have never noticed? A message so profound that once you see it, you'll never read the Bible the same way again. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change everything you thought you knew about the apocalypse. For 2,000 years, scholars have focused on the beasts, the trumpets, the seals, and the end times. But buried within the imagery and symbolism lies something else entirely, something that was meant to be found. And here's the unsettling part. The early church fathers knew about it. They wrote about it in fragments. But somewhere along the line, this knowledge was lost, hidden in plain sight. Before we dive in, if you're someone who loves uncovering the mysteries of Scripture and ancient texts, hit that subscribe button right now, because we're going deep into biblical secrets that most channels won't touch. Think about the last time you read Revelation, the chaos, the destruction, the fear. Most people close the book feeling anxious, confused, or terrified. That's exactly what we've been conditioned to feel. But what if that fear is blocking us from seeing the real message? John of Patmos wrote this text while exiled on a barren island, isolated from everyone he loved. He was the last living disciple of Jesus, watching his world crumble around him. The Christians he knew were being hunted, tortured, executed. In his darkest hour, he received this vision. But here's what nobody tells you. This wasn't a vision of doom. It was a vision of hope disguised as catastrophe. And the way he hid this message is absolutely brilliant. There's a numerical pattern woven throughout Revelation that unlocks everything, but we'll get to that in just a moment. First, you need to understand the context that changes everything. Revelation is structured around the number 7, 7 churches, 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 bowls. Everyone knows this, but what almost nobody realizes is that 7 in Hebrew numerology represents divine completion and perfection. John isn't just using 7 randomly. He's creating a literary structure that mirrors the 7 days of creation. Here's where it gets fascinating. If you map out Revelation alongside Genesis, something extraordinary emerges. The 7-day creation is being reversed. Day 1, God said, "Let there be light." In Revelation, the sun is darkened. Day 2, God separated the waters. In Revelation, the seas turned to blood. This isn't coincidence. John is showing us an uncreation, a cosmic reset. But why? Why would God destroy what he created? This is where everyone gets it wrong. Stay with me. Imagine you're an artist who painted a masterpiece, but over time, it's been vandalized, covered in grime, corrupted beyond recognition. You don't hate your creation. You love it so much that you're willing to strip it down to the canvas and start again. That's what John is showing us. The apocalypse isn't God's anger, it's God's restoration process. And here's the message that nobody talks about. Revelation isn't about the end. It's about the beginning that comes after the end. But there's something even deeper happening in the text. A hidden message encoded in the structure itself that reveals who this whole vision is really about. And it's not who you think. Keep watching. In Revelation, we see Jesus appear as the Lamb who was slain, the Alpha and Omega, the rider on the white horse. Powerful imagery. But there's another character woven throughout the entire book who represents something most pastors never preach about: the woman clothed with the sun. In Revelation 12, John describes a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars. She's pregnant, about to give birth, and a great dragon waits to devour her child. Most interpretations say she's Mary or Israel or the church. But what if she's something more fundamental? What if she represents humanity itself? Think about it. She's clothed in celestial bodies, sun, moon, stars, representing the cosmos. She's giving birth, representing creation and continuation, and she's under attack from the dragon, representing the forces of chaos and destruction that have plagued human existence since the beginning. John is telling us that humanity, despite all its suffering, despite the dragon's attacks, is protected. The woman is given wings. She's carried to safety. Her child is caught up to God's throne. This is the hidden message. No matter how dark things get, humanity's story doesn't end in destruction. Think about your own life for a moment. How many times have you felt like that woman, pursued by forces beyond your control? Maybe it's trauma, addiction, loss, or just the grinding weight of existence. John saw Christians being fed to lions in Roman arenas. He watched his friends die for their faith. He had every reason to write a book about revenge and judgment. But he didn't. He wrote a book about survival, transformation, and ultimate victory. He's telling you personally that even when everything falls apart, you're being carried on eagle's wings. But here's the part that'll blow your mind. There's one chapter in Revelation that completely changes how we read the entire book, and most people skip right over it because it seems boring. Don't go anywhere. Revelation 21 and 22, the New Jerusalem descending from heaven. Most people read this as some far-off future event. Golden streets, pearly gates, a place we go when we die. But read it carefully. John says, I saw a new heaven and a new earth, not a different heaven, a renewed one. And then he says something that changes everything. Behold, I make all things new. Not, I destroy all things and make different things. I make all things new. The Greek word is kainos, meaning renewed, refreshed, regenerated, the same material, transformed. This is the hidden message of Revelation: redemption over destruction, transformation over annihilation, hope over fear. John is telling us that God's plan isn't to scrap creation and start over. It's to heal it, to restore it, to make it what it was always meant to be. And here's the kicker. This isn't just about the far future. This transformation begins now in us, in our choices, in how we love each other. The apocalypse isn't coming. The apocalypse is happening right now. Every moment we choose love over hate, hope over despair, creation over destruction. Every act of kindness is the New Jerusalem descending. Every moment of forgiveness is a seal being broken. Every time we choose light, we're participating in the cosmic renewal John witnessed on that lonely island. You are not waiting for the end times. You are living in the transformation times. So, here's my question for you. What are you going to do with this knowledge? How does this change the way you read Scripture, the way you live your life? If this video opened your eyes to something new, if it gave you hope where you had fear, then do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we're just scratching the surface of biblical mysteries that have been hidden for centuries. Next week, we're diving into the secret symbolism in the Garden of Eden that reveals the true nature of the forbidden fruit. And trust me, it's not what you think. Drop a comment below and tell me, did you know about this hidden message in Revelation? What's your interpretation? Let's discuss this together. And remember, the apocalypse isn't about the world ending. It's about you beginning. I'll see you in the next one.